I'm Alice Roberts and I'm Professor of Public Engagement in Science at the University of Birmingham, and that means alongside doing things like teaching and research, I'm also involved in public engagement, not just with science but with research very generally, and that's through doing a number of specific projects, specific research projects, but also looking at how the university does that very generally and how it supports academics to better communicate their research and get a real dialogue going with the public. Higher education is incredibly important to prepare people for a whole range of careers. Now, some of those careers are vocational, so you might choose a degree like medicine to prepare you to be a doctor at the end of it. Other degrees prepare you much more generally. So although you might be studying a specific subject, you're gaining a huge range of transferable skills which you can then use in many, many walks of life. I think one of the best things about teaching students is that you are constantly coming across new points of view, and I end up finding that my own ideas about things might be changed because I'm being asked to look at things in a slightly different way. I think it's incredibly important for the research that goes on in our universities to be accessible to the public. First of all, an awful lot of it is publicly funded, and things that we can do to make that science and research more generally accessible to the public are things like publishing in open access journals, and there's a great rise in those at the moment, and also moves by the government to throw open the doors of the libraries and make all of this research which is going on much, much more accessible to a wider audience. And at the end of the day, that can only be good for research, because the more that you get ideas out there and you start bringing ideas together, then the faster things develop. The whole history of human civilization and human culture has depended on this kind of cultural ratchet effect, which is all about bringing ideas together. So we have these fantastic tools, things like the internet for communicating ideas across a very, very wide audience. So we should be using those to the best of our advantage. It's also really important, I think, that the public generally is involved with the direction in which research is going, that direction isn't just determined by an elite few, but actually research then becomes a communal effort, and it's very clear then that the research that goes on in universities is something which is done for the whole of society, not just for a few people.